Today we are going to talk about empathy. What is empathy and what is the importance of showing empathy? Empathy is the ability to understand and share feelings of other people or share feelings of one another. When you practice empathy, you're able to understand why are people going through ABCD, people behaving in a certain way. You're able to understand that and to share. That is to walk into their shoe and try to understand why are they sad. Why do they seem very erratic? Why do they seem to not to be okay? This is not the normal this is not their normal behavior. And if it's not their normal behavior, why is it that they are behaving this way? Or when you understand other people's feelings, you know, if I do ABCD, I'll hurt other people's feelings. So I'm not able you do not go that way. You do not do things that hurt other people. Basically, when you're empathetic, you're very careful about other people's feelings. You know, you take care of other people's feelings. So why is it important to be empathetic? Why is it important to practice empathy? First of all, it enables you to relate with people better. It enables you to understand the people that you work with, or the people that you live with, or the people around you better. And as human beings, if you're able to relate with each other better, then we become more effective. We become a happy nation, you know, happy families, happy workplaces. But if you're not careful about what other people feel, you know, like you do things with a don't care attitude, it affects both yourself and the other people. But when we are empathetic, when we care about other people's feelings, we actually strive to do that which will not hurt them, or that which will bring out the energy and the best of them. The second thing is, when we show empathy, we are able even to understand the non-verbal communications of other people. You know, when my friend is behaving in a certain way, there must be something wrong. You know, if they are behaving this way, then there must be something wrong. You're able to understand that, then to share with them. You know, you're able to know. I'll give an example. Maybe if I have a friend called Ruth, and there's a certain way he's behaving, there's a non-verbal communication that she's sending. If I'm empathetic, or if I care and understand about her feelings, then I'm able to go to the next step and understand the communication. Actually, you're able to interpret that communication, and you're able to react in a way that does not hurt the other person. In any case, it brings them closer, or it solves the problem that they might be experiencing. Another thing is, when you're empathetic, you're able to solve interpersonal conflicts more better, or you're able to solve conflicts better. But if you're this person who does not care how people feel, even when there is a conflict, you're not intentional, or you're not ready to take that step of knowing how can I help solve this problem. You know, how can I help solve this conflict? Actually, people who do not show empathy, they thrive in those environments that there is conflict, because they don't care what other people feel. For them, it's life goes on. It's about me. They don't care about how other people feel. But if you're empathetic, you're able to solve or to deal with interpersonal conflicts. The other thing is, when you're empathetic, you're able to motivate the people around you. That is, if you care about the feelings of other people, then you're able to know they are going through ABCD, or they need some motivation, or if I talk to them ABCD, this will make a change in someone's life. I'll make someone's life better by giving them this speech. I'll make someone better by doing ABCD. Basically, you're able to motivate other people. But if you're not empathetic, you actually demotivate people. You're that person who walks in the room and you draw energy from people. But if you're empathetic, you're this person who walks in a room, and you know, people unaleta energy. You know, people are energetic, people are energized. Even if they were going through a rough patch, or even if they were down in one way or the other, you motivate them, you build their energy up. They gain energy, they gain momentum to go on and on with life. But when you're not empathetic, this is completely opposite. You actually draw the energy from them to yourself. Okay? When you show empathy, you're able to be a better leader, a better worker, a better mother. You know, you're able to be a better person in whichever capacity you are. So let's all strive to practice empathy. You know, try to understand why is my friend going through this, or if I do this, I'll hurt their feelings. And don't go that road. Don't be that person who yani anapenda kuhurt feelings za watu wengine, or does not care if people are hurt. Be that person who practices empathy, because when you practice empathy, you build a happy nation, happy families, happy workplaces. And who wants to be sad all the time? Who wants to be demotivated all the time? Naturally, we want to live in environments that are happy, live in environments that energy levels are high, in an environment where people care about, basically in an environment where people care about how we feel. So practice empathy, and please note, there are those people that are born, like empathy is in their genes. They don't struggle with it. So for those people, it's like it's a walk in the park. But there are other people who have to strengthen that muscle of empathy. Like for them, showing empathy, it's not their thing. But as long as you're a human being, kindly strive and make sure that you practice empathy in one way or the other. It positively impacts yourself and positively impacts people around you. Thank you very much. Stay tuned. Remember to subscribe and try to tell a friend. Thank you very much.